Welcome to Level Up with CMJ. Hey, my name is Joe, and this is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Today is episode number 281 of the Level Up program and day number 121 of the Brown Belt. If you're new to the program, this is all about my practicing of shooting the dice at the craps table, as well as practicing a blue-collar craps way of playing craps at the casino or at the table. We got a bunch of people checking in here today. We got Coffee Land checking in number 1. He's teasing me because I said it was snowing here in Wisconsin. He says it's 68 degrees and dark in Hawaii. So maybe that means there's some rain coming. Who knows? But we got Randy Hill checking in. We got Roger from Homestead Craps, Lazy Dog, Coffee Land again, Rick S., JR, and Bam. And by the way, BotRix, just so everybody knows, is a program that I'm using to hopefully keep both of my chats going together in the same screen on my monitor, so I can monitor both of them at the same time, and I'm just testing it out. On the Kick.com side of things, we've got Red checking in, as well as Jason Nielsen. So good morning to everybody. We got Brian from Crapping Camper checking in. Also, welcome to Level Up on a Friday morning. We've got 33 people following me on Kick right now, and we are over the 2,000 mark on YouTube for subscribers. So I appreciate all the support that you guys have been giving me, and for all those of you who have been coming back on a daily basis to watch and participate in the videos. I went through last night. The app that I'm using, I'm actually live streaming on OBS right now, Brian, but the app that I was trying to use is a download or a upload or a link or whatever you use on OBS, whatever it's called BotRix. And I'm trying to get it to work decent, and it has not worked the way I wanted it to so far, but we're going to keep on trying. Good morning, Uncle Hoku. We've got 13 people on YouTube watching, 6 likes, and I just got kicked out of Crapsee, so I'm going to get back into it again. But anyhow, guys, I did a little bit of studying last night, and I think I might have finalized my blue-collar terminology for the advanced rhythm rolling. So I'm going to kind of go through it. I'm going to talk through it today a little bit as I go. Some of the stuff I'm going to say is not going to really make sense to everybody. Some people will catch on right away. We got Jeff and ND checking in on Kick also. Good morning. But my black belt video that I will be shooting within the next week or two, possibly even this weekend I might do it, but it's going to take me a little bit to edit the video. I'm going to explain how I do that advanced rhythm rolling, and this is basically information that I got from George, and I've blue collar termed it, as well as I've added 1 or 2 twists myself. So let's see how it goes, and let's get her going here. Anyhow, we are going to go with, we lost $447 yesterday, so we got to see if we can get some of that back. I got to switch mouses here around so I can actually do craps like I'm supposed to. The fun thing is I'm using 2 mouse, 2 computers, 1 monitor, and 1 brain that's half asleep here. So we're going to go $20 pass line bet. We're going to go $3 craps check. I did a couple warm-up throws prior to going live here, and I was so-so with the results. Better than yesterday when I started, but not as good as what it was when we ended the day. Yesterday was a little rough getting going here. Lazy Dog's checking in on Kick also. Good morning. So let's call this all bets set here. We got 8 people in Crapsee, and dice out. We're going to start off with a 3-2, 3-6 dice set. So the first thing I'm looking for is to make sure that the dice are square tight together. And when they get to the end of the table, I'm going to watch the dice and how they respond. If it's a normal roll for me, that is something we're going to take into consideration. If it's not normal, we're going to dismiss it for the rhythm rolling way of doing things. So dice out. And that was normal. So we have a 2, 1, 3 ace deuce Alfredo sauce. So that will be our first roll for the day. And that's going to be a single pitch of the left die, a single pitch the opposite direction of the right die. So that is ultimately a double pitch of the dice, on axis double pitch. And I'm not liking that, but we're going to still stick with that. That's a mechanical issue that I can hopefully work through. So roll number 2, and we'll enter in that in Crapsee. I'm sorry for not doing it right away. So we're going to be, again, going $20 on the pass line bet. Still with that $3 craps check, 555 on the ATS yet. I brought in $1 off of that roll, so we made $1. So you can say there's a way. So 3, 2, 3, 6 is our dice set again. And I'm writing everything down so I can kind of track to see what I'm doing, and I can just verify the way that I have this set up now. So again, we were looking for if there was a decent roll and if there was a 3 or a 4 on top. So we're going to actually switch the set here a little bit. That was my second rule that we're looking for, is we're going to go to a 2, 4, 6, 4 dice set. And again, we're going to be looking for either a 3 or a 4 on top. We'll call that all bet set. Dice out. 2, 4, 6, 4. Dice kind of land on top of each other. We got a 6, 1, 7 on a come out. So again, I'm getting a little bit of everything here. We're looking for a 3 or 4 on top. We got a 6 and a 1. So that also is off of kilter a little bit, but that is a come out pass line winner natural. We'll go back to the 3, 2, 3, 6. And that was an implosion of the left die. So that was not a good result there. Again, we're going to go with the $3 craps check. $20 pass line bet is still up. Going to go back up on the ATS. That was a cookie monster, by the way. It took away that ATS and any working bets that were out there. Good morning, Michael. And again, remember, do not work to come out here, guys. Do not work to come out. So this will be roll number 3, 3, 2, 3, 6. And dice out. Let's get some consistency in our rolls here. That would be a nice thing to see. And we have magic aces, 1, 1, 2. So we're still looking for a point. It would be nice to get a point on shooter number 1 here. But we're 3 rolls in, and we're getting nothing but rubbish numbers. But that did help that ATS. That'll be one of the bookends, which is usually one of the harder things to get. So that was a implosion of that left die. It was a single pitch backwards or towards me on that right die. So that was an implosion and a single pitch towards. So that was safe. So we can stick with this 3, 2, 3, 6 dice out using that. Good morning, Coach Joe checking in. We got Dr. Dan, Dice Dr. Dan checking in also. Good morning. So again, $20 pass line bet. Still looking for a point. $3 crap check. 555 in the ATS, and all bet set. Dice out. Dice landed tight again together, and they split apart, but we have a 1, 3, 4. That's the Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So we finally got a 3 on top, but that is a 1 dice off axis as well as a primary hit on top. So we're going to consider that safe for now, but if we implode and it single pitches away, that's when we got to be careful. So if it would have been, that's where the 1, 7 shows up. So we got to be really careful with that. But anyway, we're going to roll this dice back. We'll go 3 on the inside, we'll 1 on the inside. We're going to go to a 5, 1, 5, 3 dice set. The last one was a 1, 3. So 5, 1, 5, 3 is a dice set. So we're going to be looking for a 2 or a 5 on top. We're going to go 160 across. Actually, we're going to go 88 inside once, just until we get warmed up here and we know exactly what the dice are doing. Again, I'm preparing for the Joliet trip, which is coming up not this weekend, the weekend after next, or after next weekend it will be. So not tomorrow, but next week. So we're going to go $20 on the 5 and 9. We got $24 on the 6 and 8. Good morning, Arnell. And we got Kevin Smith checking in as well. Good morning, good morning. And let's call that all bets set. 5153 is the dice set. And dice out. Dice landed tight again and they split right apart, but we got that 4-5-9, the hard 9, the Big Daddy Mac, I call it now, the Big Daddy Mac. So 4-5-9. And we're looking for a 5 on top, and that we got. So we had a 5-1. So that was an implosion of that left die, and that was a primary on the right die. So we are going to stick with the same type of setup here. So 4 on the inside, we'll go black belt Arnell. That is funny. Black belt Arnell. That is funny. But anyhow, we have got 22 inside pressure. So we're going to go to $25, or basically 110 inside. So 25 on the 5 and 9, 30 on the 6 and 8. But just because if I'm getting to the black belt level on the thing, I'll be in the beginning of the stages, doesn't mean that I'll be the best dice shooter there, because we all know that Arnell is a good shooter. We know that Alfredo's a good shooter. And we know that Corey's a good shooter. There's a lot of good shooters that'll be down there. So we'll see how it goes. So we'll call that all bets set. 6-4-6-5 is the dice set. And dice out. I am not coming to the Super Bowl, Vegas for Super Bowl dice, Dr. Dan. I'm doing everything I can just to drive 3.5 hours away and to be able to afford that. So I would love to come down there. That'd be fun. I've never been outside of the airport in Vegas, so that would be really neat to do. Dice did cross on me. We have Magic Aces again, 1-1-2. So we're sticking with a couple different numbers here. It was a primary on the bottom, so we stayed on axis. They both landed on bottom. So we're going to go back to that 6-4-6-5 dice set. And that did nothing for our bets. Good morning, Frida. And I'm not sure what Lazy Dog's saying on Kick Races. The new tome is 1080p video stream. I'm not sure what that means. I know what 1080p video stream means, but I'm not sure what new tomb means. But we'll call that all bets set here. And dice out 6-4-6-5. And we got Buckeye Slim checking in on Kick. Good morning. Buckeye put a video out yesterday in the afternoon. I was not able to watch it yet. I will get to it though. Kind of excited to see what he put out. I did enjoy quite a few of his last videos that he's done in the past. So, and I've actually learned a couple things from his videos as well. Dice out. And we have a 3-3 hard 6, the double D-Gen. And that'll be our second hit here. So we're going to be able to come down on our best, go down to 66 inside, and then we'll do one collect before we start pressing up. So bring our bets down. We'll go 66 inside. So we still have $101 on the table because the 4 is the point, and we got that ATS bet going on. So let's do this one. So let's pull let's pull the 5 and 9 down right now. We'll go just the 6 and 8, see if we can hit one of those numbers so we can get back up to a little bit easier thing. So we're at $64 brought in. We have $71 on the table. That was a 3-3. We had a 6-4, 6-5 was the dice set. And we had a 3-3 for the result. And 6-4, 6-5 was a implosion of that left die and a single towards. So we had a implosion and single towards. So we're safe with that. So we're going to go back to the 6-4, 6-5 again. So I'm just kind of talking my way through my cheat sheet here to make sure that it was working. Actually, we're going to switch it to a 4-1-5-1. 4-1-5-1. That will make more sense to me. So again, I'm going to be going through this way of doing this once I put out that new video. Now we got EF checking in here, EF2. And Kevin says, Saul is told in his dice class to land the dice around a foot away from the wall and let them roll into the wall. I'm finding it better on access results by landing them right at the edge, though. Kevin, I used to throw the dice, and I would land them about 2 to 3 inches away from the back wall here. And I have since pulled the dice back. My landing zone is about 12 to 14 inches away from the back wall. Now, the reason I did that is because my home casino, the chips, everybody's putting chips right here, and it was right about where my landing zone was. So I'm finding that if I landed here, I can actually jump over those chips, and I don't run into them if I can put the die right next to the back wall. So do what works best for you. Again, like I said, I used to land right up against it, and I could get them to die right away, but I had to fight those chips down there, and jumping over the chips with it a little bit further away was actually nice. We got Eddie Bird Dog checking in. Good morning, Eddie, and we got all bets set here. 4-1-5-1 is the dice set. We're looking for a 6 or a 1 on top. Dice out. Ooh, the dice landed and they split apart. And we got a 6 and a 1. 7, ouch. That sucks. So we got kind of what we're looking for, just not the combination of the two that we're looking for. So I'm glad you appreciated that, Kevin. That helps. And like you said, do what's best for you. Everybody does things differently. We're going to start with the 3-2-3-6 dice set again. We're again going to go with the $20 pass line bet. We lost $7 on that shooter, and that was 8 rolls long. And if you remember, it took us almost 4 or 5 rolls before we had a point set. So all about being able to make adjustments to what works. And I agree with that, big time. Make adjustments. Cocktail waitress came by and iced the shooter. Now, remember, John, if you guys checked into Casino Gaming TV yesterday for his coffee run show, and he talked about that type of stuff. So check that out if you didn't yet. 5-5-5 on the ATS, $3 craps check, $20 pass line bet. We're going to call that all bets set. We're going to go again 3-2, 3-6 to start our roll off again. And I'm not seeing consistent results of the dice yet. So sounds good, Buckeye. He says he just want to check in. He can't really chat, but he will be watching. Great. We got Bar Mix checking in on Kick as well. Welcome, welcome. And let's go dice out. And I think a little bit has to do with my finger placement today. So we'll see if we can get that consistent. That one felt comfortable. It looked nice. We have a 2-2 hard 4 square pair, or not square pair, E and double deuce. So that'll be our new point, the 4. It looks like we're hitting outside numbers today. So that was an explosion of the right die, a single pitch away of the left die. So we had an explosion and a single away. So we're safe on that. If it was a single towards, then we would be in trouble there. So again, we'll go back to the 3, 2, 3, 6. And we're going to go again 88 inside until we can get some comfortable ability in the dice rolls. $20 on a 5 and 9, 24 on a 6 and 8. Good morning, Devaldo. Arnell says he prefers hitting it close to the wall, also without hitting the bottom rubber for any table condition. But that's just Timmy said, and again, I did roll that that way. But again, I changed probably about a month and a half, 2 months ago to further away because I can get the dice to pretty much roll on axis after the hit if I'm a little bit further away. Then I get a nice little bounce. I can bounce over those landmines at the end of the table. So 3, 2, 3, 6. And we have magic aces again. Damn it. We're hitting that. Just the third time we've hit that today. So some days you don't hit them at all. So other days that's all you hit. So 1, 1, 2. That's going to be an implosion of that right die. And that's going to be a single pitch towards me. So again, we're safe on that. So implosion and single towards. So we'll stick with that 3, 2, 3, 6. And that 1, 1, 2, the magic aces does nothing for my bets other than the ATS. So we hit one of the bookends. Arnell likes throwing up against the wall because he said that way you can never say that your dice are short. And that's not entirely true, Arnell, because I've already landed on multiple occasions already the dice right here, and that's where they stick. They never even touch the back wall. So I can get them within an inch sometimes of the back wall and never even touch the back wall. So EF is asking what's wrong with the bottom rubber. You want to get it to touch the bottom rubber. So if you guys see the little V right here, this is the flat part of the rubber here. You can get them to bounce up here and just roll off just gently, and that's fine. It's when you start getting up into diamonds that it starts supposedly randomizing the dice a little bit more. So that's something to be kind of considerate of. As far as keeping your energy level in your dice down very, very low also. So let's go all bet set. Again, 3, 2, 3, 6. Dice out. And we have a 5, 3. That would be the great 8. So let's see what that's. Oops, I put it in as a 3, 5. It's supposed to be a 5, 3, but that's all right. That's not going to affect anything. So we have a 5, 3. So that was a primary on that right die and a single towards me on that left die again. So let's go this way. Let's do a little bit of finagling. And we were supposed to have 3 or 5 or 4 on top of that we got. So we're going to keep it. We're going to go across 6s, 6, 5, 6, 3. Number 11. And that was an 8 there, so it's $25 brought back. Let's do 22 inside pressure. $25 in a 5 and 9, $30 on a 6. And we're going to take one hit at this. And let's go all bet set. Dice out. So we're looking for either a 6 or 1 on top. Dice out. And we have a 5, 6 Midmo Yo. That is Chiro coming to us from above. And that one, the dice kind of took a little funky little twist at the end when they hit the tabletop. So we're not going to consider that result in our dice rhythm rolling. We're going to go back to that 6-5, 6-3, which is across sixes, even though we had 1 6 that did appear on top, but I don't like the mechanical issue on that one. That 5-6, the mid-movio did nothing for our bets other than for the ATS. So we're going to call that all bet set right away. And dice out. 6-5, 6-3. Dice did cross on me, and we got a 6-4-10. That is Waylon's best friend Wayne and Daddy Joe. So that's going to be an explosion of that left die. No, that was a primary of the right die. And 6-3, we got a 4, so that was a single towards on that right die. So that was just basically an on-axis single pitch. And that was a 4-6 that did nothing for our bets. So let's do this once. We'll roll this in. We go 4, we'll go 6. We got 2, 4, 2, 6 now. 2, 4, 2, 6. And it's going to be roll number 12. And we'll call that all bets set here. Looking for either a 3 or a 2 or a 5 on top, either a 2 or 5. Dice out. Dice did cross again, and this time we got that 4-5 hard 9, Big Daddy Mac. So 4-5-9. And we got our 5 on top that we're looking for. And that was a single pitch towards me on that. Oh, that was a single pitch away on the left die. And that was a double pitch on the other one. So it was ultimately a single pitch of the dice. So let's go back to that 5, and we are going to go 5 on the inside, 4 on the inside. We cross 6s on the top, 6, 4, 6, 5. And looking for a 6 or 1 on top. That 9 allowed us to take another hit. So let's put $15 on a 9. We're gonna go for one more hit here before we bring our bets down. We're on roll number 6 for the shooter. So we're kind of bending the blue collar craps rules. Again, one of the rules is by roll number 5 to try to get out of the shooter. We're gonna try to extend it one more roll here so that way we can see if we can get out of the shooter and get to that break-even point. So far for the day, we're down only $7. So 6, 4, 6, 5. Dice out. And we have a 1, 5, 6. That is the KitchenAid mixer. So we got enough brought back here to get out of the shooter now. And my mouse is not working very well for Crapsee here. So we've got $95 brought back to the rack. We'll bring our bets down, and we're going to go to 66 inside. So we have 101 on the table, 95 brought back. So we're still into the shooter for $6. So the next one will be a collect. We got a 1, 5 on that dice set. So we got a 1 or a 6, which is what we were looking for. And that was a double pitch on that left die. And that was a single pitch on the right die, both on axis. So that was ultimately a single pitch of the dice. So we're going to roll them in. We'll go 5 on the inside. We'll go 1 on the inside. It's going to be 4, 1, 4, 5 is the dice set. 4, 1, 4, 5. And this is roll number 14. All bets set. Nice. Dr. Dan says, what happens if you use the all 7 set and throw it all the way into the diamonds before hitting the felt? That's a good question. Give her a shot and let us know, buddy. Actually, there is the new shot that's been going around the YouTube world called the TST, which is the top secret toss. And guys, if I kick, if it's not working on kick, let me know. It looks like I'm having a little bit of problems on there right now with the streaming coming across. So hopefully it works. So I apologize if you have any problems in that. But the TST is top secret toss. That was brought up by Big AZ, and Alfredo did a bunch of testing on it as well. So all bets set. 4-1, 4-5. Dice out. Dice crossed on me again. This time we have a 5-5 hard 10, the Old Bay bushel. So that did nothing for me, for my bets at least. That does extend the roll here. We need that 12 for the tall. We need 3 and 5 for the small. And that was a single pitch of the right die. And that was a explosion. So it was a single pitch away and an explosion of the dice. So we're still safe on that. So let's go back to the 4-1, 4-5 dice set. And what we're going to do is we're going to roll the dice away because that's, we're going to go to 1-3, 5-3. 1-3, 5-3. And we'll call it all bet set. Yeah, I haven't had much luck with that TST toss. I get usually about 4 or 5 rolls, and then that's about the extent of my rolling. So I haven't had much luck, but I know everybody else has been having a lot of luck with that roll. I know Arnell does that a lot, even before Big AZ brought it out. Dice out. Dice landed tight together. They split right apart. 6-1, 7 ouch. So couldn't get much traction on this shooter here. We ended up losing again on it, even though we were 9 rolls in. So we lost $6 off of the shooter. So we're down $13 for the day. 2 shooters, $13 down. So we're hovering right around that break-even mark. We gotta see if we can pick it up a little bit here. So we had a 6-1. We're gonna go with a new shooter here again. Roll number 16. We'll go 3-2, 3-6. And we're gonna go $20 pass line bet. And we'll go 5-5-5 in the ATS. We were close in that ATS in that last shooter. All we need is a 12 and then 2 numbers on that small. $3 craps check. And we'll call it all bet set. Dice off. So it is working. Okay, good. On my side, it looks like it's lagging. Like it's what do you call it when the little circle goes around in a circle? So I'm glad that it's working. It's kind of frozen on my computer. Dice up. 3-2, 3-6. And we have 3-1-4 Joe from Crapsee Journey. So it's a single pitch towards with the primary on the left, single pitch towards on the right. 3-1-4. 4 is our point. I think this is the 3rd shooter in a row that we set the 4 as a point, and we haven't been able to hit it since then. So that was something we need to get down here. Again, we're going to go, let's go 160 across this time, bet level. And that's going to be $25 on the 5, 9, and 10. We got $30 on a 6 and 8. And let's leave the pass line with no odds right now. And that's a 3-1, so it's a primary and a single towards. And let's go 1 on the inside, 3 on the inside. So we have a 2-3-2-1 dice set now. 2-3-2-1, and that's gonna be roll number 17. And we'll call this all bet set. Dice out. Dice were really tight when it went down. We have a 1-4-5, the horse and buggy, the trucking camper. So I got a hit here. 1, 4, 5. And we were looking for either 2 or 5 on top. We did not get that. So 2, 3. So that was an explosion of that left die. And a implosion. So we drifted the dice on that one. So we gotta be careful with that, I guess. But anyhow, we are gonna go 1, 4. Roll back. We'll go 4 on the inside, 1 on the inside, 2 on 2, 4 is the dice set. And we rolled a 5 there. So let's do 32 pressure. Or actually 27 pressure because we're just doing 1 unit across. And we're going to go with a 2, 1. No, we're going to go 1, 5, 4, 5. 1, 5, 4, 5. Roll number 18. All bet set. So we're looking for either a 2 or a 5 on top. This out. And we got a 2 and a 5 on top. Damn it. 5, 2, 7. And that is an ouch. So that was a short roll. Dang it. Yeah, not what I was expecting. So 5, 2, 7. Roll number 16 coming up. Again, 3, 2, 3, 6. And if you guys need rebuys, make sure you send them through. So we are consistently losing money here. And again, we'll go $25 pass line bet this time, $4 craps check. 555 on the ATS. We're going to hit that today. I have a good feeling on that. And we'll call it all bet set. Ace out. 3, 2, 3, 6. Kind of pulled a little bit to the left there, but we have a 1-4-5 horse and buggy truck and camper. So that is a repeat dice combination. 1-4-5. 3, 2, 3, 6, 1, 4. So that was an implosion of that left die. And that was a double pitch of the right die. So implosion and double pitch. We gotta be careful with that. We're gonna roll them back. We'll go 1, we'll go 4. 2, 1, 2, 4 is the dice set. 2, 1, 2, 4. And roll number 17. We're gonna go 160 across again, and this time we're gonna hopefully get some money brought back to the rack. We got $25 on 4, 9, and 10, $30 on a 6 and 8. All bet set. Here we go. And we have a 5-6 mid-bow, yo. That is Chiro coming to us from above. So we're looking for a 2 or 5 on top, and we got that. 5-6 mid-bow, yo. Roll number 18 coming up. 5-6, that does nothing for us other than the ATS bet. So we have 2-1. That was a double pitch on that left die. And we have 2-4. That was an implosion on the right die. So we go back to that 6. We're going to roll this dice back towards us. We'll go a 5 on the inside, 6 on the inside. 4, 5, 4, 6 is the dice set. 4, 5, 4, 6. Roll number 18, I think, for the day. No, my numbers are way out for it. So this is going to be roll number 23 for the day here. And all bets set. Come on, mouse, work for me. So again, looking for a 3 or 4 on top. Is it? And we have a 6-3-9 center field 9. So we got our 3 on top like we wanted. And that was a 4, 5. Turn it to a 6. That was the explosion of the right die. And 4, 6 was the other one. And that was a 3, so that was a double pitch. So explosion, double pitch, we're still safe with that. That was a 9, so we're going to go 32 across pressure again. We'll roll this dice back. We'll go 3 on the inside, 6 on the inside. So we got 2, 6, 2, 3. The last one was 6, 3. So 2, 6, 2, 3. And all bets set. This out. They split apart again. This time we have a 2-1-3 Alfredo sauce ace deuce. A little bit of sauce. Come on over here. There we go. 2 and 3. So that was a primary on the left die and an explosion on that right side. So we're constantly getting one die off axis, and that is an explosion of the dice. And we're constantly getting a primary on the other one. So that's consistency finally that we're seeing in the dice results here a little bit. So let's go this way. So we've got a 1, 2, 1, 3 dice set. 1, 2, 1, 3. It's cross 6s on the bottom. Again, we're looking for a 6 or a 1 on top, and we need to get all bets set here. Dice out. We got John GT checking in on kick.com. Good morning. Dice out. They split apart. Let's regroup them. There we go. Dice out. Dice they crossed on me, but this time we got a 4-2-6. The Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. So that is that second hit that we're looking for on this shooter. And let's do this one. So let's pull that 4 and 10 down. kind of do some kind of like Dallas, not Dallas drawdown, some kind of what do they call that? That strategy. What would they do is they start pulling from the outside and pulling in. So you get $73 brought back, 142 on the table. That was a 4-2. So we were looking for a 1 or 6 on top. That did not happen. The 1-2 was an implosion of the left die there. And the 2 on that one from 1-3 was an explosion. So we had a drift of the dice. So we're going to go back to the 1-2, 1-3 dice set. So we'll stick with that dice set here. We'll go all bets set. And here we go, dice out. That left die stuck, guys. Another 2-1-3. I would like to see them both get to the back wall, but that was not the case. So EF is talking in the chat how he likes a little bit of imperfection in his throw, in his dice results, which is fine as long as you know what they do. You know, if you have a little bit of imperfection, like I constantly have one dice off axis and a lot of times the dice will cross, and I know that coming in, so I try to factor that into everything as we go forward here. Again, we are $73 brought back, 142 on the table. Let's bring that 6 and 8. Let's bring them all down. We'll go to $18 into 6 and 8. So that way we can get closer to that break even. Hopefully we can pick up a 6 or 8 here and we can start spreading out. So we have $73 brought back, 76 on the table right now. That was a 2-1-3. And we're gonna go. So we got the 1 showing, so that's a good thing. That was a single pitch and a primary. So let's do this. We'll go 4-2-4-1 dice set. 4-2-4-1. And all bets set. Dice out. So I saw that Brian from Hawaii Crapshooters is going live in about 40 minutes. John from Casino Gaming TV will be going live in about 15 minutes. Alfredo's going to have a show at 2 o'clock this afternoon Central Time, as well as tonight. Dice landed almost on top of each other. We have a 6-2 Duracell 8. Go out and support free live craps. So 6-2. We got a hit that we were looking for and that we desperately needed. So that was $21 brought back to the rack there because we're only on the 6 and 8 right now. So now we have 94 brought back to the rack, 76 on the table. So we are now finally in profit for the shooter. And we're back to break even and then a little bit on our daily goal so far here. So 6-2. So that was not what we're looking for. 4-2, that was the implosion of that left die. And that was an implosion or explosion. So we drifted a dice on that last one. So let's do this once. We're going to go 4-6-4-2. 4-6-4-2. And we'll call it all bet set here. Again, looking for a 6 or 8 hit, but I'm looking for a 3 or 4 on top of the dice. That left one left just a little bit early, but we get the 3-1-4, the Big Joe from Craps Master Journey. So we have nothing on that 4, but that does help for that ATS. Now we can hit them magic aces that we've hit 3 times already today. That would be nice, so we can get that small. So 3-1-4. And we had a 3 on top, so that's what we were looking for, and that was a implosion of that right die and a double pitch of the left die. So we had a 3-1 as a result. We're going to go with 3 on the inside, 1 on the inside, so we're going to go 2-3-2-1 next. 2-3-2-1. Looking for a 5 or a 2 on top, and all bets set. So dice out. Ooh, they split apart when they left my fingers. We got lucky. We have a 3-5-8, a great 8. That'd be Leon from Great Craps. And that's going to be enough now to pick up another number here so we can start spreading out a little bit and get a little more coverage on the table. Let's pick up that 9 for $15 so that we have all the inside numbers covered. And that was a 3-5-8. And we were looking for a 5 or a 2 on top. We got a 5, so that's good. And that was a single pitch and a double pitch. So ultimately a single pitch of the dice. So let's go 1-3-1-5. And look for either a 1 or a 6 on top. All bets set. Dice up. Ooh, dice crossed on me again. We have another 1-3-4. Big Joe from Wisconsin. So again, we're looking for a 1 or 6. We got that on top. And that was a primary on that left die. That was a explosion on that right die. We'll roll them back. We'll go 3 on the inside. We'll go 1 on the inside. So we're going to go 5-1-5-3. 5-1-5-3. And that was a 4, so that did nothing for our bets. All bets set here. Looking for a 2, 10, or 12. 2, 10, or 12. So we can hit that ATS. And we're looking for either a 2 or a 5 on top of one of the die only. Ooh, that left die stuck again, and we have a 5-5 hard 10. Old Bay Bushel. That almost sounded like Jeff, the hard. So that was a mechanical issue. We're going to go with the same dice set on there. I don't like the way the dice went down the table there. So Dr. Dan is talking with John. John checked in. Good morning, John. Talking to John about his MOB strategy, his method of betting strategy. So that was a 5-5 as a primary top hit, even though it was mechanical issue. So we're going to go again 5-1-5-3. And we'll call it all bets set. We have 115 brought back to the rack, 91 on the table. And dice out. a little bit long on that landing zone, but we have a ace deuce Alfredo sauce rubbish number. Unless you're betting that field or horns. A little bit long on that landing zone, just by about 2 inches. We need the bookends, guys, just the bookends we need, and then we'll have either part or all of the ATS. So again, we want 5153 for that last dice shot. We got a 1-2, so that was a single pitch and a double pitch, so that was ultimately a single pitch altogether. So let's go 2 on the inside, we'll go 1 on the inside. We're going to go 3-1-3-2 this time. 3-1-3-2. And we'll call it all bet set. Dice out. So we're either looking for an inside number or our bookend. A 3 or 4 on top of only one of the dice. My fingers are not centered, so I had to regrip that a little bit. Ooh, that right die hit the back wall and bounced way back. Oh, another ace deuce, Alfredo sauce. So if you're playing crapless, you'd be making big bucks there. Or if you're hopping or parlaying that horn, making some money there also. So that was not what I was looking for there. That did nothing for our bets. We're going to go back again to that 3-1-3-2. I don't like the way that the dice went down and rolled off the table, so I'm going to call that mechanical fault. 3-1-3-2, so it's the same dice set that we used the last time. Again, we're looking for either a 3 or 4 on top. And let's go all bet set. Dice out. Dice went down a cross. We have a 2-6, 2-4-6, the 2x4. Kevin the Carpenter 2x4. So we've thrown down a couple times today. So that's another hit there. Let's bring that 6 up to $30. And we were looking for either a 3 or 4 on top, and we got that. So that was a an explosion of that left eye double pitch of the right one. So we gotta be careful with that. But we came up with a 2-6. Oh no, it's 2-4. 2-4 is what we got. Never mind, I don't know what I was thinking there. So 2-4, we're gonna roll it back. We'll go 4 on the inside, 2 on the inside. We're gonna go 6-2, 6-4, 6-2, 6-4. And we're gonna call it all bet set here. Dice out. And sorry if I didn't give you enough time there, guys. So Kevin, the carpenter, Kevin Smith, is putting out there that taping drywall is brutal. You use a lift when you're lifting the drywall, a rack or a lift, they call it, I think. Dice out. Dice landed top of each other. We got lucky. That was a 6-3 center field 9. Call that mechanical issues as well. And now, so we're going to stick with the same dice set, but we're going to push or press that 9 up to $25. So we got 157 brought back to the rack, 113 on the table. So we're going to go back to the 6-2, 6-4. This cross 6 is on top. We're looking for a 6 or 1 on top, which the end result, which is what we got. Let's see if we can do a primary top or bottom so we can hit that ATS here. That would be awesome if we could do that. Let's go primary on top. Let's give you my prediction here. All right, we'll get a 6-6-12. Nope. We got a 4-5, hard 9, Big Daddy Mac. Dice landing on top of each other. That almost looked like a chopper toss landing. So, oh well. 4, 5, 9. Again, we're going to stick with that 6-2, 6-4. Draw 6s on top. A lift, that's what they call it. Thank you. And we're going to call that all bets set here. Dice out. A little bit long on that landing zone, but we have a 5-1 KitchenAid mixer. So we've hit a lot of 6s here. That might be a repeat winner, a repeater bet winner. No, it is not. So maybe we need one more for a repeater. No, yeah, we need 3 more for a repeater. I thought that was more than that already on the shooter, but apparently not. So 5-1. And we were looking for a 6 or a 1 on top. We got that 1, so that's good. And that was 6-2. So that was a single pitch towards us on that left die. And that was a double pitch on the right die. So it was ultimately a single pitch of the dice. So a 1 and a 5. 3-5, 3-1 is going to be our next dice set. 3-5, 3-1. You're welcome there, John. And all bets set. Dice out. 3-5, 3-1. Dice out. I did not press my bets up there. That's all right. I just took that as a collect. I split apart again in my fingers as they left, but we got lucky. 3-6-9. So I'm going to call mechanical issue on that one. So we'll stick with the same dice set. Again, I want consistency here. And that's how we're changing the dice sets around, is if I consider it a consistent throw. Even though we were looking for a 3 or 4 on top, which we got, 1, 3 on top, it did not release from my fingers the way I wanted it to. So we're going to go 3-5, 3-1 again. That was a 6 and a 9 that we brought back. What do we do here? Let's do $35 on a 9. And we recovered our bets a little bit and brought a little bit of our money back from yesterday that we lost. Good morning, Dusted One, checking in a little bit late, but it's well worth it here, buddy. We're on a decent roll. And we'll call it all bets set. I put the 9 at 35. We have $30 on that 6, $18 on the 8. We have a $25 pass line bet, which is on the 5. So we went, we're going to go 3-5, 3-1. That's right. I got to reset that dice. 3-5, 3-1. Dice out. Dice landing a cross. Guys, guess what we just got? We have 1, 1, 2 magic aces. Let's watch that green light up screen on one half of it. And that is awesome. We hit the small. And that was quite a distance into the roll here. 19 rolls before we got one side of it. All we need is midnight, and that'll hit that tall then and make them all. So congratulations to me. My arms are too short, so I can't pat myself on the back. 3-5, 3-1 is where we're going to stick with. Maybe we can hit the opposite side here. That was a terrible result, but we're going to stick with that. 3-5, 3-1. And all that's set. So that's the ones working in Indy today. I thought you retired, my friend. I didn't know that you're working yet, so that's awesome. 25 people watching on YouTube, 14 likes. Make sure you give me a thumbs up on your way out, guys, today. Thanks out. And we got a 257. Ouch. So the roll comes to an end, not until after we hit part of that ATS. And that was enough to recover a lot of our bets here, so that is nice. And I did a lot of collects on this one, so we recovered a lot of money as well. So day one of a conference. Okay, awesome. So we made $294 on that shooter. So we got back some of the money that we lost yesterday. We're building back towards that $1,500 bankroll. We made about 120 some dollars today, which is well within the blue collar craps goals, if you will. So let's go look at our statistics for the day here. And we had 4 shooters today. We had an 8, a 9, a 3, and a 20. Our hot numbers today were the 3 and 4, as well as that 9. We have a 10.0 SOR. We had an 8.0 SRR with one come out 7. Box numbers and inside numbers were low today, but the 4s and 10s were high. Come out 7s are low. Horns and fields are off the charts, and the low hardways were low. Looking at our brown belt statistics, this is through the end of yesterday, and yesterday's brought it down, the numbers down just a little bit. But we have 4,467 throws in on brown belt, 9.59 SOR with a 6.86 SRR. We double check the chats here. Always after paying out one side. Yep. Back in the green, thanks, Joe, says Roger. So that is awesome. And then downtown strong. But hey, go check out Casino Gaming TV right now. John will be going live with this Coughing Craps. We got Hawaii Crap Shooters going live in about 20 minutes. And we got Alfredo going live this afternoon. My name is Joe. This is my Craps Master dice shooting journey. Let's make it yours too. Everybody have a great day. Be safe and be prosperous.